phenomenon that's important to the scanner program. Because today, you've heard a lot about the new project, the new release of TR90, our weight loss program, that's coming out in October, right?
Right.
The reason we think that the scanner is so important to have at the time we're launching the scanner is because, as you know, many of you, there's an incredible correlation with weight loss and scan score. For example, back on October 21st of last year, I had an opportunity, a friend of mine, you might know him, Dr. Mark Bartlett. He invited me, you guys know Mark, big clap for Mark, head of R&D. He said, you know, hey, I've got this little condo in Hawaii that we can't use. You want to use it? Take your friends? Take your family? And I said, I'd love to. So for 4 days, I got to spend some time on the beach. And when I got home, I looked at the pictures, and I was shocked. There's nothing that makes you feel worse about your body than seeing yourself shirtless with all the beautiful people. And at the time, I weighed 203. 203. That was in October. The best part about being a scientist at Nu Skin, though, is that we get to experiment on ourselves. And the very first samples of the product, the TR90, were sitting on my desk, October 21st. And so I said, look, I've got to change this. This is ridiculous. And I had been just so focused on developing this new scanner that we haven't been able to really take care of myself. I think everyone's been there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're just so focused on what's going on that you just neglect your body. So I started the program and lost 30 pounds in 3 months. And then I dropped another 10 pounds in the next 2 months after that. And so now we're middle of June, end of June, and so I'm still down 40 pounds. And so the thing that thank you. And the one thing that really happened to me is even though I take LifePak twice a day, every day, my score was like mid-30s. I couldn't really get the score to rise. But when I lost that weight, even though I hadn't made any changes to my diet with regards to LifePak and vegetables, my score has just skyrocketed. It's gone through the roof. I'm running around 60,000 now. And so as you work with your clients and as they begin to lose this body fat, what they're going to see is their scores go up, and it's an incredible reinforcement. Okay, so they tell me we're hooked up. Let's get this shot up on the screen here. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is my just personal iPad here. I'm sure I can find Angry Birds. But if you look in the lower right-hand corner, what you're going to see is the S3 Scanner app. Now, I've turned the scanner on here. All right. Let me hit the S3 Scanner app. And this is the application that we're going to use to run the scanner. And I want to give you a little introduction to it, okay? You can see along the left-hand side, there are 5 tabs, right? In the very upper tab is the status. And this is where you do things like connect to the scanner. This is where you go ahead and do your dark scans and your operator scans. The next tab down is our little photon icon. And this is where the scanning is going to be done. Okay? Then down from that, this is our records. These are all the people we've scanned and whether they've been uploaded or not. And then right below that, we have this really great tool for you as distributors to go ahead and scroll through and see a presentation about antioxidants, about free radicals, how do you protect yourself, right? Just right here on the screen. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to connect to the scanner really fast here. Alright, so what I've done on this is I've just pressed the Bluetooth button and I'm going ahead, yes, I'd like to connect. Usually just takes a minute. Actually, let me do this. There we go. So you can see under connected, now they have that blue scanner with the Bluetooth icon. That means that I'm all connected and ready to go. Now, to do a scan, it's very easy. the little photon icon right below, I have two options here. I'm able to either do a digital scan, and you can see that I've got 99 of those purchased, or I can scan a scan card. So, for example, the scan a scan card. Let me just tap that, and it brings up this little window, right, where I can just scan a barcode, and it just automatically takes that if you're still using the older scan card system, all right? Now, if you don't want to do that, and you want the digital scan cards, you can go ahead and just click Purchase Scan Cards. You can buy them directly to your iPad. And let's just go ahead and use one of those. Digital scan, and you can see at this point, the scanner is ready to go. The scanner is ready to initiate a scan. I think they did something to my screen back there. Let me go ahead and try this one more time. Reconnect, very good. Purchase digital, there we go. Okay, now at this point the scanner's ready to go. And you can see that, and anyone that's operated a scanner knows, that when people come up to get scanned, they didn't just slap their hand on there, and it's usually never in the right position, right? And so you can see when I put my hand on, a little progress bar begins to start. See how that little progress bar is starting to go? And so it's initializing the scan now. Actually, let me cancel this. I don't know what he did to my iPad, but this was working beautifully before we started. All right, maybe I walked too far away from my iPad. Let me try this again. You can see when you put your hand on there, that progress bar starts to go. And if I take it off, it stops. Now, as I press the hand on, and after I've got it in the right position, and it's been for 30 seconds, then we go ahead and initialize the scan. And then, after about 2 or 3 seconds, it starts the scan. And it's totally wireless. You can walk around, you can talk. As the scan happens, you'll notice that the scan is starting to narrow in. That gray area is narrowing in. Now mine, since it's such a high score, it's just kind of narrowing in on the high side. You can see the progress bar there in the middle. And you can see, not so bad, right? 65. And so at this time, what I would do is I'd go ahead and I'd just enter my name, Scott Ferguson. All right. And then I could also fill out the demographics. So for example, I could, put in my gender, I'm male, I'm height, I'm 5'10". You can go ahead and answer all the questions. LifePak usage, take it twice a day, every day. Fruits and vegetables, and so on. Once I'm done, I would just click done. All right? And then we'd be ready to go do another one. And the nice thing is, as I mentioned, this is so portable. I can just take this, and let's go far away from the stage here. And just walk over and, anyone, let me give you a scan?
Right here.
Front row here. And what's your name? Shelby, all right. Let me just put that in your lap right there. Go ahead and take your right hand. Let's just do left hand. Perfect.